Don't feel bad for the baits. Alright guys, we're doing a little urban catfishing here today. We are on the Schuylkill River, hoping for a flathead. Fingers crossed for a flathead. There's beautiful Center City, Philadelphia in the background. And I don't know, we got a little bit of weather this morning and it was nice and clear. Crossing our fingers that it doesn't rain. And crossing our fingers even more that we get a catfish. Right, Isaac?
Yeah.
What kind of catfish do you want?
Flathead.
Channel or flathead?
Flathead.
I want a flathead. Dude, we've been out here a couple times now. And we've hooked on to at least a couple nice fish. And both times they broke us off. They just, the braid snapped clean in too. It looked like it was kind of rubbed off on a snag. So we fixed the problem. We switched our spools over to 40-pound mono, hoping that keeps us from getting rubbed off or snag, on a snag. I'm hoping. Might not. Might. Only thing we can do is try. So now we're here. We're waiting out. We're using chunk bluegill. We didn't live line a bluegill. We might do that a little later. Put a live one out. All right. We just had a dink messing with our line. We tried to reel in and he took our bait and ran off with it. So we're thinking it was just a little guy. So we keep trying. We put a live one out on there, live bluegill, and I hope we get some flathead action sooner or later. But at least we know something's out there.
I don't know.
All right, man. Fish on, maybe. So just when we thought we had a fish on the first rod, the rod on the far side just gets hammered. And you can see it over there, man. We look over and wow, there is no doubt there's a fish on. So Isaac reels his rod in a bit and starts to figure out that there ain't no fish on. So I jump over to get the rod on the far side and just set the camera flying into the mud. Ended up knocking the microphone jack off in the process. But we were able to get ourselves back under control. Isaac took the camera over for a second while I made sure there was a fish on. Then I gave the pole over to Isaac so I could net the fish. And here he is trying to bring the fish in. Put one heck of a bend in that cheapo Walmart fishing rod we're using. And there we go. We were able to bring him in and net him. And here you go. If you could hear the audio, there was quite a bit of excitement there. We get Isaac's first flathead. And here he is. We ended up weighing him 8.5 pounds. First flathead catfish off the Schuylkill River. Isaac's first flathead. He's got some pretty nice channels, but here's his first flathead. And we were pretty stoked. Unfortunately, we didn't get the audio off of it. But, man, we were pretty happy. So here we are giving him a release. I did notice that Isaac had the fish grippers on the top lip. Normally that should be on the bottom lip, and then I think in all the excitement we just didn't notice. But here he is releasing the fish. It was unharmed. It took off pretty quick as soon as he was able to get the grippers off of him. We actually ended up he got his first catfish bite on this fish too, because we ended up using the grippers because it bit his hand and gave him a pretty good rash on his thumb. But there she goes. First Schuylkill River flathead. I mean, that was a small fish by a lot of people's standards, but that was Isaac's first flathead, so it was pretty exciting. We'd had a couple of fish on that we weren't able to land. It was getting a little frustrating. How many times have we been out here now? 3 times?
This is our 4th.
This is our 4th time. And
I think initially our line wasn't up to the job. We were using braid, and we'd get to bite, and we get snagged, and the braid would just rub apart. And I'm sure maybe if we used heavier braid, that might have been it. We were only using like 25-pound braid, and we decided just to get the heaviest mono we could get.
I mean, we could have gone 100-pound mono.
Well,
no.
it was slim pickings, you know. There was not a lot available, at least by tonight. And the heaviest mono we had was 40 pounds. Well, we had some 50, but we decided to put 40 on there. And that seemed to do the trick. First flathead, that was exciting.
I know one thing. Never hold a catfish by the mouth because I got a bloody knuckle.
Oh, there's no blood on there. He's making up the blood thing.
That's not true. At first it was bleeding.
He's totally making up the blood thing.
Well, it hurts really bad.
He's making up the blood.
I look.
So at the beginning of the year, before this whole COVID thing happened, we made a list of things we wanted to try fishing and places we wanted to fish or fish we wanted to catch. And this was third or fourth on the list, and now we got it done, right, bud?
Yeah.
He wanted to try fly fishing for the first time this year. What else?
Fly fishing.
We still want to try to catch some sharks off the Jersey coast.
And I want to catch
We've caught sharks off a boat, but we never caught them off the. We've never done land-based shark fishing.
I think I wanted to catch a gar, but he said no.
Gar didn't make the list because I didn't want it. I don't have any particular passion to go catch a gar. But catfish and carp are definitely on it.
And also bass on fly, panfish
Bass
on
on a fly rod, yeah.
Trout on fly rod.
Yeah, we caught the bass on the fly rod and the panfish on the fly rod.
But we just lacked the trout.
We got our first carp a while back. Got everybody in the family got their first carp. Except for Emma. Emma still needs to get a carp, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So everybody except for Emma got some carp this year. We even got a Mother's Day carp.
11 pounds.
11 and a half, buddy. Don't shortchange, Mom. So, all right, dude. Successful night. That's probably the most excited you'll see two people over 8.5-pound flathead. Well, take it easy. All right, guys, second fish on. I'll get to that. You just steady pressure. Steady. Don't try to horse me. Steady. Woo! Fish number 2. Little guy. Yeah. I got some driftwood. Alright, tell us about your fish, bud. Back up a little bit.
So,
Woo!
Dad just
Second
showed,
fish of the night, huh?
Dad just said, "Bud, look," and then I just started reeling them in, and here we go, nice
When it
4.
rains, it pours. 2 flatheads.
Yeah.
Flathead number 2, baby.
Yeah.
Here, show them off for us.
Here, here she is. Here she.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, my man.
Okay. Let's release them. Okay. So when I'm releasing them, I like to.
Ribbon catfishing at its finest. That's a pretty good looking little fish.
Whoa, she's ready. She's ready.
He's ready to go, buddy.
I know. She won't really
He's
go.
biting your gripper.
Hey, you have
There you go.
Look at it.
Whoa, there he goes.
She just went like
Sweet.
Cool. And I think we have our bait. Yes. How long is that bait even in there?
Woo! Alright guys, that was our second flathead of the night. And I think on that note, we're probably going to end this video. What do you think? You about ready to go home?
Yeah.
Can't do better than that. We never caught a flathead before. Isaac comes out, catches 2. That last one was not big at all. It was probably what did we say it was? About 5 pounds? 4.7, somewhere around there. But, hey, that's not too bad. A little over 12 pounds, 13 pounds of catfish for the first night. Not too bad. All right, dude. So we were trying to put together a catfish video. We caught 2 catfish. Mission accomplished. And thanks for watching. Say bye, Isaac.
Bye.
Peace.